What's up, everybody? My name is Jesse, and today I want to tell you about a new scam that I just found out about on eBay. The reason why I found out about this is I was a target of it, and so I wanted to keep you guys safe. If you're selling anything on eBay, here's what to watch out for. I think they're sending hundreds, maybe even thousands of these messages, and if they just get one to hit, it really works for them. Okay, so to start off, the scam is a variation of a previous eBay scam. In the previous eBay scam, the way it would work is somebody would maybe use a stolen account or something like that, and they would buy your item, and then they would send you a message after saying, oh, the address that I sent you with the purchase was, the wrong address. It's an old address of mine, and I need to update the address, so please ship it to this. And the reason why that scam in the past would work was because the address that eBay is sending you, that is the confirmed address, is not actually the address you're sending it to. So your tracking information, may say sent somewhere in Indiana, where the actual buyer account was somebody who lived in Florida. And so because those things don't match, eBay will then come back at you, take the money back, and reimburse the actual real buyer, while the scammer that stole the account ended up getting the item for free, and you as the seller are out everything. So the reason why this is now a variation of that is this basically is making it a lot easier for scammers, but basically they don't have to try to hack any accounts. There's no account hacking going on in this, and no stealing of accounts. This is just basically a sheer numbers game, and they're probably messaging, I'm assuming, thousands of people, and if they get one out of thousands, then this pays off. So what happened was I sold an item on eBay, and I sold it as buy it now. So basically what happens is when somebody buys an item and they buy it now, they have to pay immediately, and then their address is immediately sent over to you through eBay, telling you this is the confirmed address, this is the address you want to send to. Now normally, if you got a message then after that was trying to tell you they wanted to change the address, that would be the previous scam, right? That would mean that somebody had hacked that account, or that this buyer was maybe a little bit shady and they were trying to pull something on you, and you just didn't ship to those other addresses, and you told them you had to ship to the confirmed address. If they didn't want you to ship to the confirmed address, you would end up having to basically refund their money and relist the item. And then if they updated their address with eBay, then they could come back and buy the item again, and then you could ship to that address that was what they wanted. But in this scam, what happens is after the item closed, I ended up getting a message shortly after. It was maybe a half hour later. I ended up getting a message on eBay saying, hey, are you here? I need your help. I purchased an item from you. I forgot to correct the address. An old friend's address of mine was listed. Send it to the address shown in the photo. Before shipping, send me a photo of the package so that the labels can be seen. Thank you, and good luck in your endeavors. Now, as soon as I received that message, I thought it was a little weird, but I didn't actually notice the whole scam here. I'll get to that in 1 second. Now, the first part of this message I noticed was that the grammar was a little bit off, and there's things at the end like, good luck with your endeavors. That is not something that we really say in the English language, at least not in America. It's not something that is normal conversation, but that's something that maybe somebody in another country who doesn't speak English natively might think is something to say. So that was a little bit of a red flag to start off with right there. The next thing I noticed was that they didn't actually include the address that they wanted this item shipped to. They included a picture of the address. Now, I think the reason why they did this and included a picture of the address as opposed to typing out the actual address is I think they're trying to dodge some kind of eBay filter. Maybe eBay already has a filter in place where they're trying to look for messages of addresses being sent. And so there's some kind of filter that would normally, pick up on that. But when it's sent in a picture, the eBay filter isn't capable of reading the text out of the picture. So this kind of still gets past eBay's filtration system and doesn't flag that account immediately as that this might be fraud and notify the seller of that. Now, the third and biggest reason why I figured out this was a scam was because the buyer that had messaged me wasn't actually the same username as the buyer that actually bought the item. So when I realized that, I thought it was kind of odd. Now, they didn't try to create a username that was even close to the original buyer's username, and I guess you could do that, using, for example, a uppercase I as a lowercase L and substituting those, or, you know, using other characters that are similar. So that might be something else to watch out for, but in this case, that wasn't actually what happened. What happened was this message just came to me trying to get me to send this item to a different address. Now, if I hadn't been paying attention to the usernames and I had just gotten paid and then also gotten a message, and then maybe I wasn't very experienced on eBay and hadn't sold a lot of stuff, so I didn't fall for this scam. But here's how this scam is actually working, and here's what they're doing, and this is why I said at the beginning of the video that I think they're sending hundreds, maybe even thousands of these messages, and if they just get one to hit, it really works for them. So on eBay, you can go through completed listings, and you can look at completed listings that ended with buy it now. So what I think this person is doing is they're doing that, going through completed listings that ended with buy it now, and that have ended maybe in just say the last, you know, half hour or hour or so. And they're going through and probably targeting expensive items, probably things like, you know, phones or computers, anything that would have substantial value. And then they're just going to go through all these listings and bulk message these people. So they're just going to go down the list of all these listings that have just ended and message everybody with the same exact thing. And as they message them with the same exact thing, there will probably be a small percent that are new to eBay or don't know the eBay rules, and also just miss the fact that the username is different. And so they'll end up sending the item to this person that is just messaging them. I also did, for the record, report this eBay account, and eventually the account was banned. If you go back to the account now, it shows as this user is no longer on eBay. But it's also worth mentioning that eBay never did actually respond to me or confirm any kind of receipt or confirm that the, you know, item was actually sent to the proper person. They have not at all contacted me from this. And if you're somebody who maybe works for eBay, or you know somebody who works for eBay, this might be something for you guys to look into, because this is obviously a scam that's going on and your users are being hurt, and in the end this affects you, eBay. So this is something that you want to please address, because it didn't work for scamming me, and it may not work for scamming 99 out of 100 other eBay sellers. But the 1 in 100, if they get that hit and it's an expensive item, like say $1,000 or $2,000, you know, computer or cell phone or something like that, they're actually making good money. Think about it. How long does it take you to message 100 people on eBay? If you're copying, pasting, it's going to be pretty quick, right? And if you get 1 out of 100, and you message those people within a 5-minute time frame, you just made $1,000 or $2,000 or maybe more in a 5-minute time frame. So they're just playing a numbers game here, and that's how the whole scam works. But this is something I found out about on eBay, and I wanted you guys to know, to keep you guys safe and prevent you guys from getting scammed as sellers on eBay. If you enjoyed this quick video and felt like you gained anything out of it, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Also click the notification bell and like this video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks again for watching. Remember to stay positive, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.